Been walking for about 15 minutes now. The truck's parked down here. Got a south-facing slope right here, and just this whole ridge top is just covered in oaks, red oaks, white oaks, a whole strip. Nice road right down the middle of it. There's some tree stands there. There's a tree stand down there somewhere. I just walked by, but I think we're just on our first shed. Just right down this road. Buck is pushing off a little bit. Yep. Nice little 4-point sign. Nice way to start the day. Oh, just came off that south-facing slope right there. It's gonna get on this backside south-facing. As you can see, the sun's there. Comes up here, sits over here in the west, and look at that match set in the bed. Nice. Just walking some fence rows. Big CRP right to my right. Just found these two right up on that ridge top. But if they're not bedding up on them tops, this is CRP. There's a big ag field back there. This fence just kind of runs the wood line, basically. It's not a property divider or anything. They've sectioned it off. But this ridge top will also be a good flat. Up there, there's a point right there. They'll just run back and forth. But this is a big oak flat, so should see some bedding up top. Keep you posted. Alright, so I was just right up over the hill right there, walking up this hill. Got to the ridge top. As you can see, there's a bunch of red oaks up here. A lot of old red oaks back over here. And right up over the hill, there's big ag fields over there. As you can tell, it's very thick over there and very thick in this bowl. This is south facing. Sun comes up in the east, sets in the west. They're gonna have sun all day. And they'll round this. You see this trail? They'll round this bend, head out to the ag field in the evening, or come back in the morning. So this is a really good spot to really grid search for sheds. Now, a lot of people ask, how do you find a lot of sheds? And I mean, a lot of it is, like everybody else says, south-facing slopes. Find beds, find food, walk right in between. What I'll say to really up your average of finding sheds is, yes, this is a south-facing slope. The sun's right here. Instead of starting up top, walking and trying to look down in, you got the sun in your face. Walk lower, walk out until you think you're done with this hillside. Come up about halfway. So I'll start down here, and then I'll come up to about right here, walk back, and then I'll walk that ridge top back off and drop off the north side. But a lot of people ask, what speed do you walk? I'm always walking slow. Like, a lot of people walk like this slow. And they're like, oh, what is that white thing right there? And then they're just looking around. I mean, I'll get down here. I'll show you. I'll get down here. This is where I want to start. That thicket's right up here behind us. See, there's a lot of deer trails kind of coming off this hillside. And I'll look at that bottom later, but I'll walk like at this speed right here. And I'm looking a little bit to the right, but to my right I can't really see. The sun's hitting me. But to my left is all in the shadows. So, nice trail right here. You can see it goes down right here. And I'm just basically looking to my left, walking at a decent pace. That's how you cover. You're gonna cover more miles. That's what you gotta do. Walk fast. Look for tips of antlers. Look for arches, and look for bases. You'll find more. I forgot to get a video on that last shed there. But basically, here's a sum up. We had 3 people walking on this field. As I draw the lines here, and the one guy on the outside, one guy on the inside on the row. It's kind of tall grass, CRP kind of stuff right in this bean field, so it's hard to see. About 1 foot tall, like grass between the last arrow and like the one closest to the pines. Yeah, so that's all 3 guys walking. That last guy on the left basically hugged that flat. A lot of doe bedding right up in there. The center guy kind of went straight up in, basically covering anything that the guy on the left couldn't see or the guy on the right. Right there where I circled is where I found that shed. So don't get discouraged if all you're finding is doe sign, because right where I'm circling, there's a lot of doe sign in there. The buck's just hugging that edge, staying close to him. If you'd like to learn more or have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching.